Haldane Fox glanced up as the oddly melodious ping echoed around the cabin. "Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are now beginning our descent to Honolulu. Please fasten your seatbelts and remain in your seats until we've landed. I trust you enjoyed your flight with us, and wish you all a pleasant stay on Oahu. Aloha." Haldane sighed wearily and reached for his seatbelt. It had been a long flight, from London to New York for a short stopover, then on to LA for yet another stopover, before the long haul across the mighty Pacific Ocean to the fabled Hawaiian Islands. He yawned widely, trying to shrug off the fast-approaching effects of the dreaded jet lag. The stewardess, the same one who'd been serving him throughout the flight across the Pacific, lingered by the side of his seat. "Everything all right, sir?" The soft voice made him spin his head and look up. The stewardess's smile caught in her throat, in that peculiar way it had been doing all morning whenever the passenger in seat 43B gave her that look, which happened to be any look at all. Her name was Janice Evans, and she'd been a stewardess for nearly 10 years. Consequently, she thought she'd seen it all: the Arab kings with their hordes of veiled wives, the drunken businessmen out to have a good time and ruin everyone else's, the terrified of flying travellers who sat throughout the flight with their white-knuckled hands clutching the armrests. But in all her years of flying, Janice had never had to cope with a passenger like this one. It was a bit hard maintaining her impersonal smile when her knees kept turning to jelly whenever she approached 43B. "Thank you, Janice. I'm fine." Haldane's eyes had flickered to her name tag the very first time she'd approached him, asking if he wanted a coffee. He'd recognized the slightly dazzled smile she gave him instantly, of course. Women had been giving him variations of it ever since he hit his teens. It had been a novelty at first, but now at 34 it was something he barely gave a second thought to. He gave her one last vague smile, a final unconscious blast of the Fox power, and missed totally the way she caught her breath. Janice nodded reluctantly. It was strictly against company policy, of course, for a member of the staff to flirt with a passenger, and totally forbidden for them to try and hustle a date. But for a few moments, as Janice looked into those hypnotic amber eyes, she was almost prepared to toss her job prospects to the winds. Then Haldane broke eye contact to look out at the window, and with a pang of real regret, Janice moved on, slowly making her way up front, where the other cabin staff were busy securing doors and stowing away utensils. "Hard luck, Janice." Kathy Curico, one of the oldest stewardesses, gave her a sympathetic look. "But he's not your type." Janice grinned and tossed her pageboy cut of brown hair. "Oh, who says?" she challenged amiably. "I saw his picture in one of those American business magazines the executives always bring along. He's one of London's high flyers. Voted most likely to be a billionaire in the next 10 years or some such thing. Men like that need women who won't be scared of them.